The following segment is presented in partnership with Future 42. Turn your frustration into action at future42.org. Let's head down to Olympia, where Democrats aren't willing to pass reasonable bipartisan bills to fix our state's broken police pursuit policy, which has led to thousands of criminals simply fleeing from law enforcement officers. They are, however, pushing other bills that they believe will improve public safety on our roadways and our waterways. Really, really important policies. And, in reading these policies, I understand now why they're not prioritizing fixing police pursuits. For example, there is Senate Bill 5597, which aims to reduce the risk of accidents and fatalities among recreational operators of human-powered watercraft by establishing a new safety education program for human-powered watercraft. Now, what is a human-powered watercraft exactly? Well, according to this bill, a human-powered vessel includes, but is not limited to, canoes, kayaks, and stand-up paddleboards. So for those of you who might enjoy the occasional canoeing or kayaking or supping, as the kids call it these days, you might want to pay attention to this one. Senate Bill 5597, if it passes, would require you to obtain a paddle education card. A person shall provide a certificate of accomplishment issued by a boating educator for taking and passing a human-powered vessel safety education course, pass an equivalency exam, or provide proof of completion of a course that meets the standard adopted by the Commission. Oh, and there's a $10 fee for the paddle education card, which will go to fund all Commission activities related to the Human-Powered Vessel Safety Education Program. So Democrats might not be prioritizing fixing our failed police pursuit policy, but they are absolutely going to make sure that all you suppers out there are operating your craft safely. Another bill that proves Democrats really truly do care about public safety is Senate Bill 5514, limiting when you can take a right on a red light. Senate Bill 5514 reads, a vehicle operator facing a steady circular red signal or red arrow at a controlled intersection may not proceed to make a right turn within 1,000 feet of the following facilities: a school, a child care center, a public park, a recreational center, a library, a public transit center, a hospital, a senior center, or any other facility with high levels of pedestrian traffic, which is essentially any intersection in the heart of any of our communities. But hey, this is about saving lives, right? This is about saving pedestrians' lives. This is absolutely about public safety. They take that very, very, very seriously, which is why Democrats have introduced Senate Bill 5383, which would give pedestrians permission to jaywalk anytime they'd like. So while Democrats are pushing to ban right on red to save pedestrians' lives, they are at the same time giving pedestrians carte blanche to cross the street even if they're not doing so in a crosswalk or at a light. One of the bill's key sponsors says, quote, while jaywalking laws may appear well-intended, they don't actually keep pedestrians safe and may instead put them at risk. National data shows that jaywalking laws are disproportionately enforced against Black people and in neighborhoods lacking infrastructure and resources. Our streets and right-of-ways need to have the safety of all users built into the infrastructure. Ah, yes, because you're so concerned about the safety of pedestrians that you won't let a vehicle take a right at a red light, but you will let pedestrians run across the street at any time they please, because that's certainly not going to be dangerous to them. No surprise, the Transportation Choices Coalition says it supports this proposal, saying jaywalking laws are outdated, unhelpful, and oppressive. These laws were written by the car manufacturers over 100 years ago to establish auto domination of the streets and don't keep people safe from traffic violence. Yes, I double-checked. That is actually a real quote. So lest you think that by not fixing the state's broken police pursuit policy, Democrats don't care about public safety, I would simply point you to some of these very, very important proposals, which are keeping us safe on the waterways by making sure that we pay extra money to take a course to use our paddles more safely, and by making sure that we can't take a right on red, which I guess is a pretty good idea if you're going to eliminate jaywalking as a crime. So there you have it, Democrats focusing on the public safety proposals that really matter. The previous segment was brought to you in partnership with Future 42. Turn your frustration into action at future42.org.